You feel like you're being ignored, maybe even actively disliked in public. You try to be friendly, maybe you offer a little smile, and you're met with just a blank stare. So what is really going on here? It's not about you. It's a social tool. It's a silent way of saying, hey, I see you, and I'm respecting your personal bubble by not bothering you with my emotions. Welcome to Unpack Korea. It is so good to have you back with us again. Have you ever been to Korea or even just watched a K-drama and noticed something? You're on the subway in a shop and you're surrounded by these stone faces. It's an experience so common, it's practically a stereotype. So today, we're going to unpack that mystery. We're going to find out why what looks like coldness might actually be the key to something way, way deeper. I mean, this question, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's a feeling so many visitors have had. You feel like you're being ignored, maybe even actively disliked in public. You try to be friendly, maybe you offer a little smile, and you're met with just a blank stare. So what is really going on here? Okay, so where do we even begin to solve this? Well, our first clue is hiding in plain sight. It's in all those daily public interactions, or maybe more accurately, the lack of them. We've got to dig into what I'm calling the culture of ignoring. Oh, this one hits home for a lot of people, I'm sure. You do something that feels totally normal, just a simple, friendly gesture, and the reaction feels like a slap in the face. It's confusing, and honestly, it can be a little hurtful. But here's the thing. It's not about you. It's about a completely different cultural rulebook, and this right here is the first big idea we need to wrap our heads around. Think about a city like Seoul. It's incredibly dense. If you had to emotionally acknowledge every single person you passed, you'd be exhausted by breakfast. So that stone face, it isn't anger, it's a social tool. It's a silent way of saying, hey, I see you, and I'm respecting your personal bubble by not bothering you with my emotions. And this is where it all kind of clicks into place. In a lot of Western cultures, right, a smile is like a little hello to a stranger. It's easy, it's friendly. But in the Korean context, for strangers, a blank face often does the same job. It's a quiet, respectful nod to your privacy. So get this, the goal is exactly the same, to have a peaceful, respectful public space, but the method is the complete opposite. All right, let's move on to the next piece of the puzzle, because it's not just about what you see on people's faces, it's also about what you don't hear. Let's investigate the curious case of the missing thank you. Yep, another classic scenario. You do a simple, polite thing, something you've done a million times, you hold the door and you wait for that little verbal confirmation, and you just get silence. Again, it is so easy to read that as being rude, but there is a whole different philosophy at work here. And the reason for that silence is this concept that I think is just beautiful. It's called Sim John Sim. The idea is that true, genuine understanding can be communicated directly from heart to heart. You don't need words. For these small, everyday gestures, a constant stream of thank yous can almost feel, kind of superficial. The thinking is your kindness is felt and understood, and it'll be paid back with a future action, not just a quick word. It's like an unspoken trust. So we've got this respectful ignoring, and we have this idea of actions over words, but those are really just the outer layers of the onion. To really truly get to the bottom of the stone face, we need to unlock the incredibly powerful force that it's designed to protect. This is the real secret. And that brings us to the central question, right? If everyone seems so reserved in public, how on earth do Koreans build those incredibly warm, fiercely loyal relationships they're also famous for? The answer lies in a single, almost untranslatable word, and that word is Jeong. Now, this isn't just friendship, it's not just love, it's this profound, invisible bond that ties people together. It creates a collective we. This is the incredible warmth that the stone face is actually shielding, and it's reserved for the people inside your inner circle, your family, your closest friends, maybe even the lady who owns the restaurant you go to every week. So, what happens when you're finally let inside that circle? Well, it's not a gradual thaw, it is a light switch. Click. The moment you cross that invisible line from stranger to one of us, the change is instant and it is total. That reserved wall doesn't just get a few cracks, it completely melts away, and it's replaced by this almost overwhelming generosity and care. This right here, this is the perfect analogy. The stone face you see on the bus, that's the high protective wall. And yeah, it can look a little intimidating from the outside, but it's there for a reason. It's there to protect the home inside, that circle of Jeong, to make it a super safe, loyal, and incredibly warm place. Because if you share that warmth with absolutely everyone, it just wouldn't be as special. Okay, so let's put this all together. Now that we have these concepts, we can look back at those confusing moments with a completely new set of eyes. So here's your new mental checklist. When you see a blank face on the subway, don't think rejection, think respect for my privacy. When you hold a door and don't get a verbal thank you, remember the philosophy of actions over words. And most important of all, see that stoic exterior for what it is, the gatekeeper of Jeong. Their loyalty is so strong that they have to protect it carefully. So the most important point is to look at this in a new way. That cold feeling you might feel at first is actually what makes their deep friendship so special and powerful. You can't have one without the other. This is the final thought I want to share with you. Next time you see a stone face in Korea, don't feel like you're being blocked out. Maybe, just maybe, you can see it for what it truly is, the quiet guard of a home. And if you're ever lucky enough to be invited inside, it will be the warmest place on earth. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.